Today, we are doing something ancient. Since time immemorial, people have gathered in the dark around the light to listen to a storyteller. According to the New York Times, human women at the dawn of time were also sneaking off with Neanderthal men after the lights went down. Actually, they were still doing that when I was in high school. And all the Neanderthal men drove GTOs, Camaros, and Mustangs. Today, we are living in anxious times. People are stressed out, nervous, and afraid. We can feel it in our chests and in our guts. We can hear it in each other's voices, even our breathing. We can see it in each other's faces, our darting eyes, our taut necks. In response, I need to have a conversation with myself, and I have the audacity to think that you may want to hear it, because that is what storytellers do. I share with you ancient wisdom, something all of us already know, but we deny and we forget. All of us are going to die. Now, I'm no psychic, but I can hear your thoughts. Wow, what a buzzkill. Who knew he would be such a Debbie Downer? Who saw that coming after he started with that lame Neanderthal joke? I hear you, but stay with me. I say this out of love. With love, we can work together through this strange time we're in. We learn about death at an early age. It's why our parents buy us goldfish. When I was very young, my mother taught me to pray. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. Mommy, I'm scared. Oh, Wade, why would you be scared? 'Cause I just prayed I might die tonight. Oh, Wade, those are just words. You're not going to die tonight. Other children might die tonight. But not you. Not my baby, not my loved one. Just as we learn about death at an early age, we also learn to deny it. We engage in magical thinking. The people I know will not die, not the people I love, most especially not me. Denying the reality of death, we act as if we had all the time in the world. We do not. The Old Testament says our days are allotted at 70 years, 80 years if we are strong. The Centers for Disease Control estimates average life expectancy in the state of Georgia at 75.9 years. That about splits the difference. Either way, our days are numbered and always have been. The lyrics of Bonnie Raitt become very real. When did the choices get so hard? With so much more at stake, life gets mighty precious when there's less of it to waste. Accepting death, we can find love just in the nick of time. As Scott Peck explains in his book, The Road Less Traveled, if we deny death and we deny ourselves the possibility of wisdom and of living and loving with clarity, with death perched on our left shoulders, we can see more clearly that we are interconnected in suffering and in love, and how our limited time impacts our decisions. I cannot begin to answer the question, why do we die? I tried reading Sherwin Nolan's book, How We Die, and it made me so anxious I had to stop. Rather than the question, why, the more useful question seems to be, how do we respond? And the answer is with love. Now, when I talk about love, I'm not talking about that feeling we have in our teens and 20s. Popular culture calls that true love. What a feeling! True love tires and runs out. True love does not last forever. Genuine love is a decision, not a feeling. Love takes action and effort. Love is hard work. I am talking about the hard work of 43 years of marriage. And together they raised 2 children, and one took a while to launch. And one almost died in the 7th grade, and now they are doing just fine. And the husband has had cancer, but he is now cancer-free. And the wife has had major back surgery, and she is still struggling. And last year they lost an infant grandchild, and they still grieve. And his family is crazy, and her family is big and crazy. And they are both crazy, especially when they are together. And when the morning light comes streaming in, you get up and do it again. Amen. Say it again. Amen. To quote that great troubadour, Jackson Browne. Now, when I talk about love, I'm also talking about loving ourselves. The great cliche is that no one ever said on their deathbed, I wish I'd spent more time at the office. Love impacts all of our decisions. No one ever said on their deathbed, I wish I'd spent more time on social media. I wish I'd eaten more highly processed foods. Oh, Doritos, that was the secret. I wish I'd been blackout drunk more often. I wish I'd bought more stuff on Amazon that I did not need. Love makes us better persons, but it also connects us with everyone else. Everyone. The religious and the atheist, the colonial dame and the undocumented immigrant, straight, gay, and trans, the housed and the unhoused. Love is a multiplier, not a divider. Love multiplies across time and into the future. And now I'm going to tell you a story within a story. When I started first grade at T.D. Tinsley Elementary School in 1964 in Macon, Georgia, the school ranked each student. Each grade had 3 classes, 1 for each rank: smart, average, and dumb. We students were not supposed to know our rank, but we knew. I was placed into dumb class, and I knew. At Christmas, I was transferred to average class because I was the only kid in dumb class who held his scissors point down instead of point up when we inventoried our school supplies. I spent the next 2.5 years of school befuddled, and I could clearly see that I was befuddled, even though I did not know that word or the meaning at the time. In 4th grade, the school stopped grouping us by rank, and Becky Freeman was my teacher. Becky Freeman was responsible for the entire class, but each individual student, the entire group, but each one. Ms. Freeman saw me as a person, not a label. In other words, Ms. Freeman loved me. We studied American history that year and our nation's bold beginnings. We wrote a musical about our country's founding. I helped write the script and the score. Bold beginnings, made our country free. Bold beginnings are important for you and me. Lin-Manuel Miranda, eat your heart out. I had the idea first. After 4th grade, Miss Freeman moved away. She remarried and changed her name. I never saw her again. I was a kid. There was no internet. But years later, Miss Freeman somehow learned where I lived, and she telephoned me at my law office. After all, she loved me. And I was able to tell her how grateful I was for her and how she had changed my life. After all, I loved her too. Ms. Freeman died in the year 2018. Today, she is with me on this stage. In the words of Irish author Niall Williams, the loved are never dead. No sooner do their names pass across our minds than they are the same as here. We've lived in anxious times before. That 4th grade year was 1968. Vietnam, body counts, the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King, the assassination of Bobby Kennedy, cities on fire. Every night, Walter Cronkite's broadcast brought those images into our family rooms. Every week, Life and Look magazine brought those photographs, big, glossy, colorful pictures, into our homes. We could see the nation ripping itself apart. But I knew that my parents had always loved me. And I knew that Becky Freeman loved me. And I'd learned about the optimism of our nation's bold beginnings. And I'd learned that I was part of something much bigger than myself. Today is a time for bold beginnings. I love you. May you be unafraid to go out and do the hard work of love. And when the morning light comes streaming in, you get up and do it again. Amen. Say it again. Amen.